The Finny want be in the video feed. Ooh, the Fee wants to be in the video. Ooh, look at the Fee. Ooh, it's a little Fee. Oh, Fee. Hello. Should I be thankful for you today? Oh, so cute. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, my goodness. Hello. Welcome. Today is Thursday. Thankful Thursday. I don't know, the audio quality on this is probably going to be very bad, but very cinematic. The lighting is going to be the best it's ever been. um, yeah, so it's Thankful Thursday. I think my Wi-Fi gets out here well enough that I can do this. We'll see. It'll probably be a short video because A, it's a nice day, and B, I don't know that you can hear me like at all. Um, but I wanted to say I came up with a lot of things that I'm thankful for today, little things that I don't know. Maybe I'll just have like a little mini thankful day. Yeah. Or I can be in depth about one thing that I'm thankful for. I can tell you a lot of things that I'm thankful for. So I live in Texas. If that wasn't clear, if you don't know me personally, you might not know that, but I live in Texas. And yesterday it rained in the morning a little bit, but it got up into the 80s probably by the afternoon. And the 80s are bad. They're not great though, and especially right after a rain, it was really humid. But my house keeps the cool air in pretty well, so that worked out for the most part during the day. And then it got down to back in the 70s, and I think it's must be in the 60s now. But the thing that I'm thankful for is we have an exhaust fan. Now, I was going to show it to you, but I can't actually show it to you without turning it on, and then it's really loud and talk about audio problems. But I can't remember if it's called an attic fan. That's what I'm used to calling it. But there's lots of different names for it. An exhaust fan. I guess you could call it a ceiling fan because it's technically in a ceiling, but that would confuse it with the typical ceiling fan. Dogs are fighting right now. I have to show it. It's very cute. Oh, stop being cute. Juno, get off of him. Well, that's embarrassing. Now I have regrets about showing that to you. Okay. They're back to being normal now and just chasing each other around. But I'm not going to show you now because it's dangerous stuff. Yeah, whenever they play fight, the dogs in the next door dogs don't like that so much. So again, audio quality gonna be low. But yeah, so our attic fan, I think it was a pretty popular thing back in the 50s because that's when this house was built. So I don't know that was pre-air conditioning. I would have to Google it, and I'm just not gonna. But I don't think it was pre-air conditioning, but it was probably widespread air conditioning. This suburb of Dallas wouldn't have been. Finn's now got like a plant pot, and he's just carrying it around in his mouth like a weapon. He's like using it like a shield. Anyway, so yeah, exhaust fans, attic fans were more prevalent probably than air conditioning, would be my guess. I'm not sure because there are vents in my house and everything. But maybe it was just like people didn't use air conditioning as much, like percentage wise at the time when it was warm. So that is what we try to do too, because we have an attic fan. We're able to do that. So for those of you who don't know what an attic fan is or how it works, dogs going crazy. Dogs be dogs. Neighbors being crazy too. An attic fan is it goes into a ceiling space between your attic and your regular life. Or it just needs to lead out somehow. We had one in Pittsburgh too that we had like installed ourselves, and it was in the window in the attic, so it just has to lead out, and preferably leads out from the attic because it needs to lead out from like the highest point in the house. So ours now leads into the attic because we don't care if the attic gets hot. And there's also like, I forget what they're called, the little mini chimneys that lead out of the attic for ventilation. But sorry, oh no, there's something in my eye. In your house, and then you turn on the attic fan, and the attic fan forcibly sucks all the air from the outside into the inside and up through the attic. So our house got warm yesterday. It got warm outside into the 80s, so our house got into the 70s, and again, not the worst. It was low 70s too, so it wasn't really bad. But it was just, well, but we went for a walk. No, we went for a walk and it was hot, but at some point I just realized it was going to be cool. It was cooler outside than it was inside, and so I was able to open the windows. As you can see, there's one open window. Open the windows and turn on the attic fan, and I left the attic fan on for like, well, I don't know. I fell asleep with it on bed and turned it off when I came to bed, so it was probably on for about half an hour to an hour. And then I turned it off, and then we were just cooling our house very efficiently with the outside air. So it was a good deal. Way cheaper than air conditioning, and probably better, well, I assume better for the environment because you're not using as much power, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it was just, it's a pleasant connection to the outdoors that way because you can hear all the birds and smell all the flowery things. And I'm not allergic to everything in the world, so it's not bad for me. Ben, I don't think is allergic to most outdoor things, so I mean, he's allergic to bees, but the attic fan doesn't bring in the bees, so it's okay. So yeah, I'm really thankful for our attic fan, and I'm really thankful for this weather right now. It's going to get hot. It's going to get hot soon. There's no knowing when. I mean, it got up to 80 yesterday, and it got up into the 90s last week or 2 weeks ago, and there's just no telling when it will get hot regularly on a regular basis and how long it will stay that well. I mean, there is telling exactly how long it will stay that hot. It will stay that hot for months. And we're in a sweet spot right now where it really feels like this is what summer is in the rest of the country, or at least the rest of the country that I've lived in, where it's 60 or 70 during the day and 50 or 60 at night, and the sun is nice and the breeze is cool and the birds are singing and the grass is green, and like I could just go on. It's wonderful. Perfect time for Earth Day. Really makes you appreciate Earth when she shows off like this. But it won't be like this for a while. So I am thankful that it is like this right now. And I'm thankful that we get to be here for it. Actually, on this day in 2018, on this day, 2018, was our closing day. We closed on the house and we moved in. Pretty sure we moved in today. Whatever, we definitely closed on the house on the 23rd. And we moved in, and it was nice. It was nice weather and everything, especially coming from Pittsburgh, which was still sort of in wintry times. But Ben still had to graduate, and we still had a lot of things that we had to move across the country. So we did not stay here very long. We only stayed here like maybe a week or two, and like got appliances and stuff, and then drove back to Chicago and Pittsburgh and Michigan, and came back. By the time we came back, it was closer to June. It was already summer in Texas, and it wasn't like the height of summer, but it was past this nice time, and so we missed this nice time. but it was the dogs just did this weird stalking thing. Oh god, they're so cute. And now they're attacking each other at my feet, and they've made the other dogs crazy again. But anyway, yeah. So summer in Texas is, I'm coming to appreciate it. I will not appreciate being stuck in the house for it. But at that point, I'll have other things to be grateful for, and I'll show you them then. I won't even spoiler alert them because I have them. I'm already prepared to be thankful for them during the summer. Let's see. Other things that I'm thankful for. My cute dogs. I don't think they're humping each other right now. I run a dog fighting ring in my backyard. Don't tell the feds. It's cute because, well, I mean, it's cute because it's cute, but when we got Finn in January, and we got Juno last June. That's funny. Juno. I think I have noticed that before. But we got her, and we were told when we got her that in no uncertain terms we needed to get a second dog. I mean, they couldn't control that or whatever, the rescue place we got her from, but they were like, one of the reasons that they gave her to us as opposed to the other people who wanted her was because we said we wanted to get a second dog eventually. And Juno was just a very social dog, and they were worried about sending her to a house that didn't have any other dogs because she loves dogs. She does love dogs, but she also loves people. So it worked out for 6 months that we had her by ourselves. We just like took her on walks all the time and took her to the dog park all the time, and that was enough for her, I think. But whenever we had the opportunity, we would take her to play with like friends' dogs or go to the like doggy daycare thing, and then go to the dog park, and she would just play with dogs, and she just loved dogs. So in January we the holidays. So in January we started looking earnest, and I think we got Finn in January. No, I think we got him in February actually. Wow, that means we have not had him that long. I'm gonna have to like look back at my pictures and stuff, but I don't think we could have gotten him in January because I think we had Juno. We had a friend's dog for a weekend in January, so he couldn't have been there. But anyway, Finn, when we got him, for one thing, he wouldn't move. He was like, he would. We went to pick him up at the pet store because the rescue was there. And so he was in a cage, and we were just going to meet him and like have him meet Juno and see if they got along. And Skeletor the God. I don't know who that is, but hey, do you like dogs or cats more? Dogs. I like dogs more. Sorry. Hot take. So we went to pick her up or find Finn at the show your bobs. Who is watching this? Get off of this. Gross. You seem like a crazy cat lady. Ooh, that's like the best what's the word? Compliment I've gotten in a long time. So cool. You don't seem crazy. Oh, thanks, Mark. That's nice. You're nice. Cool. There's my dog, Finn. uh, so yeah, we went to get him at the rescue, and he just wouldn't move. He was like terrified of everything. He was terrified of all the dogs that were there. He was terrified of us. He was terrified of Juno. But also, we had Juno with us, and she was just like not interacting with him. It was like he was invisible. She was not interested, and so I was really concerned. I was like, oh well, maybe we shouldn't get him because they don't seem to like each other. And what's the point of having two dogs in the same house if neither of them wants to be with the other? But he was so cute. Um, I know, Mark. There's a lot of reasons to be jealous of Texas right now. And yeah, but he was so cute. There was like no reason that we were I could not come up with a good reason to get him because we were like, well, he doesn't seem to like our dogs. He doesn't seem to like us. He seems terrified of everything. But he's just so cute. And also the rescue situation was like ad hoc at best. And so I was really sort of concerned about his like well-being because he did not seem to enjoy himself. Um, so so we got him. We rescued him, I guess. And the we brought him home, and Juno was just like, why did we do this? Why did we bring this guy back? I don't understand. And Juno eventually just like gave up on him, didn't tried to play with him, and he wouldn't play. And he also like didn't eat very well for the first week that he was with us. But like almost immediately as soon as we got home, he was obsessed with us, and he would like climb all over us and lick our faces. And he slept next to us for like ever. Or, like whenever we would sit down, he would like come and sit down next to us and all that stuff. And the they're chasing each other. But it took like a month probably for him to start playing with Juno, especially in the way that she wanted and the number of times a day that she wanted to play, because she's just got so much energy, and he has a lot of energy too. But he's a lover, not a fighter, so he didn't want to play with her. And I remained concerned that they were not good for each other, but now they're just like a cute little married couple. And they bicker sometimes. The only thing that is not cute about them is A, the humping that you saw earlier, and B, the when they fight over food. And they don't do it a lot, but sometimes they do. So I'm grateful for my attic fan. I'm grateful for my dogs. It was a bird. It was going to fly over my head. I thought it was going to poop on me. It didn't. So it's good. And grateful for this weather. There's a lot of birds. That bird's gonna poop. It's got the poop posture. Oh, jeez. I just watched it. Like voluntarily. Why did I do that? But there's a lot of cool birds around here that I did not experience before I moved here. We have mourning doves, like everybody does, but they do a different tune than I'm used to. Like I'm used to doves that just go do 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 do. That's the ones that I grew up with. These ones do like do 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 do. Definitely gets the song "Cool" from West Side Story stuck in my head. And sorry, my dog is staring at me and she's very cute. Oh, they're stalking me. Shoot, I work too fast. Right. Yeah, a lot of things to be thankful for today. Got super distracted by Killer 6618 and Skeletor the God. They were probably 12. It sucks to be 12. So give them that. And as always, oh, sorry, God. As always, I'm very thankful for my husband. He is very wonderful. He is sleeping right now. Or, well, he was when I was inside last. And he's a great person to be quarantined with. If ever we do this again, I'm just saying, you guys want to come hang out at my house because we're the cool people to be quarantined with. but you gotta be cool because I'm not doing this with anybody who's not cool. Like Skeletor the God. I'm looking at you. You don't seem cool. So I don't know. I could talk for 10 more minutes about things that I'm thankful for, or I could just go enjoy them and be thankful for them. And I also like want to make coffee today. I have not made coffee every day, but I've made coffee some days, and I've made tea other days, and I've also just like drank a lot of water. The dogs are going crazy, all the dogs in the neighborhood, so I should probably go. But there we go. You can see it. There's Finn. There's Juno. There's the. They're just so cute. So yeah, I'm just gonna go. Make good choices. Don't do drugs unless they're prescribed. And see you tomorrow.